Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue to our next fight. Will be Fadzly Nadzier versus Ravi Jadhav in the bantamweight category. We have Ravi Jadhav coming out of India from Team Relentless, and we have Fadzly Nadzier coming out of Sarawak. I am your commentator for this fight. My name is Daniel Chi, and you're watching under MMA Southpaw Malaysia. So Ravi Jadhav, very similar to his counterpart Sahil Dahiya, coming out of Team Relentless all the way from Mumbai. Ravi Jadhav also a heavy wrestler. If I'm not wrong, Ravi Jadhav has already secured some great accolades over in India. And Ravi Jadhav now straight into cage control, picks up Fadzly. Fadzly coming out of Sarawak from Team Warmonger. Over there, they're very well known for their mixed martial arts. You have great fighters known as Nigel Lakai and also Nathaniel Lakai. Nathaniel Lakai, the MIMA Season 5 champion. So obviously Fadzly has great teammates over there to work with him. I've watched Fadzly fight before. He fought one of my good teammates, Janarthan, and he has really good wrestling scrambles. Really exciting to see how he will go up against Ravi. Ravi, however, very relentless. Again, no pun intended from the gym when he comes for. Ravi, obviously, very strong on the wrestling. I've seen him take down, who's that? Effendi Kalai before. I picked him up really easily, and he has really good cage control. And they're very similar when it comes to these wrestlers. Whenever they fight, they tend to love control. So all they do is that they go for that takedown and then they just control and ground and pound from there. It's a very Khabib-esque kind of style, a GSP. So it's really, not to say easy to execute, but it's definitely a safe strategy of what you can say. As you don't have to risk getting punched because obviously this is a Grand Prix, very similar to MIMA, very similar to other tournaments around the world. That means they have to fight 1 month after the other. That's me right there. But back onto the action. Fadzly in the red gloves, Ravi Jadhav in the blue gloves. Nice little jab into a low kick. Very long shot there, but definitely successful. Ravi Jadhav managed to catch on one of the legs and immediately into a takedown. Final 10 seconds of the very first round. Ravi already securing probably 2 takedowns at this point and making his 3rd takedown. Superb performance from Ravi Jadhav. Back into round number 2. Nice low kick there. I think at this point, I remember I told for this fight, but this fight is pre-recorded by the way. You can see me hit the corner there, but I remember I told Fadzly in this fight to go for those low kicks. I want to really test on the conditioning for Ravi when it comes to the kicks. So far, Ravi really takes those kicks like a superhero. Like he can just eat those kicks because I remember when Fadzly fought Janarthan, Fadzly tore up Janarthan's leg really badly to the point where Janarthan couldn't box anymore. So that's something really of a high quality. A good trait from Fadzly to have. Again, with those low kicks, I told him that exactly for this round, he should opt to try for those low kicks because he has good scrambles. Like you can see that, oh my goodness, but Ravi is just absolutely strong. I remember when he did this takedown, I was so surprised and I was so impressed by how strong Ravi is. It's a bantamweight fight, guys. These fighters, they're fairly in the lighter weight category, but absolutely great wrestling displayed here from Ravi Jadhav. Fadzly trying to get some punches going on. Ravi immediately, he doesn't even go for the legs, just straight up from the hip, and he powers through by pulling his opponent down from the cage. Again, into control. Bit of story of Ravi's gym, Team Relentless. They have a very good, one of the best pro fighters in India. So they train. That guy trains in Team Relentless. His name is Chaitanya Gaval. He fights over in Brave Fighting Championship. Chaitanya does come down to Malaysia several years ago, and he used to teach around here. And I actually met Chaitanya before, and he is a really good, really high level grappler. So his wrestling is tremendous, and I think he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. So I wouldn't be surprised that these guys from Team Relentless have amazing ground game. Again with the shot, really quick to react though, as Fadzly sprawls amazingly, but the way Ravi the way he cuts the corners and takes Fadzly up against the cage, that's just superb. Ravi opting to knee his opponent on the legs, wear him out. Maybe final 10 seconds of round number 2. And that concludes this round. We'll see if round number 3 will be any different for this fight. Continuing back onto the action, we have Ravi Jadhav in the blue gloves, and we have Fadzly Nadzier in the red gloves. Bear in mind, guys, you're watching under MMA Southpaw Malaysia. We go around as much events for mixed martial arts around Malaysia, so we try to do as much coverage and stuff like that. And this is our coverage for Octagonasia. We do a bunch of videos, we do highlight videos. And right now, I'm gonna try to do something new with the commentary videos. I know I enjoy doing commentary. Nice low kicks there from Fadzly. I remember in this round I told Fadzly to really go for those low kicks and not hesitate at all, because I know his kicks are fast. And bear in mind, like, Ravi is not catching these. He's not catching his takedowns through the low kicks. Like, he's just powering through. Oh my goodness, Ravi is just so strong. But yeah, he doesn't really catch Fadzly's low kicks so easily, so that's why I told Fadzly to just really go for those kicks as fast as he can. But Ravi, obviously, great wrestling. Probably has been wrestling like for a very long time. Just definitely outpowering his opponent. I can certainly see Ravi might actually win this tournament because of his great wrestling capabilities. I have yet to see a Malaysian that can actually deal with this kind of pressure, especially when it comes to, like, cause I went to IMAF before, and I see like the Russians and the Bahrainians, and I see a lot of these high level amateur fighters. A lot of them really emphasize on the wrestling, because if you can control your fighter on the ground like that, it's safe to say that you could get a win pretty easily. So that's why a lot of the high level amateurs around the world, they rather focus on the wrestling than to do any much more on the striking. The striking is more just a setup for the wrestling. The swinging of a left hand. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, if my phone goes off. Another low kick. At this point, I think at this point, those low kicks are starting to hurt. But Ravi is a super strong man. Again, deep shot. Absolutely just spears through to catch on those hips. And he latches onto Fadzly's legs so tight. It's really hard to get through. Oh, you can hear Ravi screaming. Obviously, this kind of tactic can be really detrimental because it's going to use up so much of your energy, because you're using a lot of force going off for these takedowns. But Ravi's stamina and his cardio has shown great potential. But here we go, final 10 seconds of the third and final round. And that concludes for this fight. Guys, if you enjoy the content, do hit the subscribe button if you're watching over in YouTube, and if you're watching over in Facebook, do hit the like button. Every bit of support means a lot to us, and thank you very much for watching from MMA Southpaw.